Assalamu alaikum. This is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Opportunity achieved through July mass uprising must be utilized, says Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. Investigation report against three, including ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina over killing in July mass uprising, submitted to International Crimes Tribunal. Election Commission to invite neutral observers to monitor upcoming parliamentary elections, says Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin. National Consensus Commission Vice Chairman Professor Dr. Ali Riaz calls upon parties to play a major role in rebuilding accountable state through reforms. Israeli forces continue bombarding Gaza, killing at least 17 people at school turned shelter as total blockade of the Strip enters a 71st day. And Bangladesh emerging team pull off thrilling 3-wicket victory over South Africa in first of 3-match ODI series at Rajshahi. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus called upon physicians to dedicate themselves to ensuring healthcare services for all. He made the call while inaugurating 2-day Civil Surgeon Conference 2025 at the Chief Advisor's office in the capital today. The Civil Surgeon Conference is being held for the first time in Bangladesh. The Chief Advisor said through the inauguration of the Civil Surgeon Conference, the health sector of Bangladesh has started a new journey. He hoped it will also help develop a new mindset. He stressed utilizing the big opportunity that has come before the nation to improve the healthcare services. Instead of blaming one another for the problems in the health sector, the Chief Advisor said only by making up one's mind, 25% improvement in the health sector can be achieved amidst the current shortages and deficits.
এবং একে অপরকে দোষ দিয়ে এর কারণে এটা হয় না, ওর কারণে এটা হয় না। দোষ দিলে তো স্বাস্থ্যহীনতা দূর হয়ে যাবে না। এটার প্রতিকার করতে হবে যাতে করে আমরা স্বাস্থ্যসেবা সঠিকভাবে করতে পারি। দুনিয়ার যত দেশ আছে, যত জাতি আছে, তারা যদি নিজ নিজ স্বাস্থ্যসেবা আমাদের চাইতে ভালো করতে পারে, আমাদের মধ্যে কি গাফিলতি আছে, কি অভাব আছে যে কারণে আমরা পাচ্ছি না। মানুষ হিসেবে আমাদের কোনো ঘাটতি আছে, তার সক্ষমতা হিসেবে তার ঘাটতি আছে, আমার মনে হয় না। কিন্তু সামষ্টিকভাবে আমরা ওই ঘাটতিটা পূরণ করতে পারছি না, যেটা ব্যবহারের মধ্যে আমরা প্রয়োগ করতে পারছি না। তো সেটাই নিজেদের কাছে আত্মজিজ্ঞাসা যে কীভাবে করলে আমরা এটার থেকে পরিত্রাণ পাব। কতগুলো খুব সহজ কাজ, ওই আগের আমলে এইভাবে হয়েছে বলে এখনও হচ্ছে। মাথার থেকে সুরে ফেলানো আগের আমল হাওয়ায় বিলিয়ে গেছে, নাই। অর্থাৎ আমরা গুহা থেকে বের হয়ে এসেছি 1000 বছর পরে আর পৃথিবীর সামনে। সে গুহার মানসিকতা দিয়ে তো এই পৃথিবী চলবে না, গুহার থেকে বেরিয়ে আসতে। আজকে আমাদের সিভিল সার্জন সম্মেলন 2025 তার উদ্বোধন ঘোষণা করছি এবং এই সঙ্গে নতুন মানসিকতার উন্মোচন করছি এবং এই সঙ্গে নতুন বাংলাদেশ গড়ার উন্মোচন করছি।
Among others, health and Family Welfare Advisor Nurjahan Begum, Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Saidur Rahman, Secretary of the Health Services Division Muhammad Saidur Rahman, and Director General of the Directorate General of Health Services Professor Dr. Muhammad Abu Zafar addressed the occasion. On behalf of the civil surgeons, Dhaka District Civil Surgeon Dr. Muhammad Zilur Rahman also addressed the event. The investigation agency submitted an investigation report to the International Crimes Tribunal against three, including the mastermind and ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, of killing the students and the mass people in the July-August uprising. Today, the coordinator of the investigation agency and investigation officers submitted the report to the chief prosecutor of the International Crimes Tribunal, Muhammad Tajul Islam. Later, during a briefing to the journalists, the chief prosecutor said the investigation agency submitted the report after an investigation of 6 months and 28 days. At the briefing, Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam said the investigation report initially raised 5 charges against Sheikh Hasina. The Chief Prosecutor told the reporters that the formal trial will begin after the formal charges are framed later. Meanwhile, 13 persons, including Dhaka North City Corporation former Mayor Muhammad Atikul Islam, former Minister Shamsul Haq Tuku, former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, and former Army officer Ziaul Ahsan were produced before the International Crimes Tribunal. After refraining from observing the last 3 consecutive parliamentary elections, despite receiving invitations, the delegation from the Carter Center of the United States expressed interest in observing Bangladesh's upcoming 13th national polls. The delegation showed its interest during a meeting with Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin at the Election Commission headquarters in the capital today. After the meeting, the CEC and the Carter Center's Democracy Programs Senior Associate Director Jonathan Stonestreet briefed the journalists. The CEC said the Carter Center team inquired about various aspects of political parties, voters, and the Election Commission. Besides, the Carter Center representatives expressed their confidence in the current Election Commission, he added. The Chief Election Commissioner also said the Election Commission will invite neutral observers to monitor the upcoming parliamentary elections. While briefing, Jonathan Stonestreet said their discussion with the Chief Election Commissioner was fruitful. He mentioned the Carter Center works globally to promote human rights. In that spirit, they want to see a free, fair, and acceptable election in Bangladesh. He also hoped the current election commission will play the expected role in this regard. National Consensus Commission Vice Chairman Professor Dr. Ali Riaz called upon the parties to play a major role in rebuilding an accountable state through reforms. He said this in his speech before the starting of the dialogue with the Ganotantrik Bam Oikko at the LD Hall of the Jatiyo সংসদ building. Dr. Ali Riaz said the aspiration to create a democratic state has failed repeatedly for 53 years. After the mass uprising of 2024, everyone must maintain a collective effort to implement that aspiration. This is an opportunity to build an accountable state, he added. Highlighting their position in favor of reforms, the leaders of the Ganotantrik Bam Oikko said reforms should have the outline of socialism. Led by the coordinator of the Ganotantrik Bam Oikko and convener of the Social Democratic Party, M.A. Azad, a 20-member delegation including the President of the Bangladesh Samajtantrik Dol, ML Comrade Harun Chaudhry, President of the Samajtantrik Majdur Party, Comrade Ali Hussain, Secretary General of the Progressive Democratic Party, PDP Harun al-Rashid Khan and General Secretary of the Samajtantrik Majdoor Party, Comrade Dr. Shamsul Alam participated in the meeting. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Muhammad Shafiqul Alam said the decision was made to ban the Awami League with both global support and the backing of all political parties involved in the July revolution. He revealed the information today at a Meet the Press event organized by the Dhaka Reporters Unity DRU. DRU President Abu Saleh Akon presided over, while its General Secretary Mainul Hassan Sohel moderated the event. The press secretary said the interim government will send a letter to the United Nations to investigate the issue of unethical journalism in Bangladesh in the past. Regarding India's ban on 7 Bangladeshi television channels, the press secretary described the move as disgraceful, saying India is afraid of the truth being broadcast. BNP Standing Committee member Mirza Abbas said BNP is still carrying the 16-year torture of the Awami League, and those who say that BNP wants to rehabilitate the Awami League are enemies of the country and the nation. He said this at a discussion meeting organized at the National Press Club in the capital today, marking the 10th martyrdom anniversary of former MP Nasiruddin Ahmed Pinto. Mirza Abbas said there is no opportunity to provide a corridor on the country's territory without the opinion of the people. Nasiruddin Ahmed Pinto Sriti Shongshod convener Said Hassan Mintu presided over, while BNP Executive Committee member Ruhul Quddus Talukdar Dulu and former Jubodol President Saiful Alam Nirob addressed the occasion. Now, international news. According to the world's leading hunger monitor, Gaza's entire population is at critical risk of famine, and 500,000 Palestinians in the besieged territory face starvation. Israel says it has not committed to a ceasefire in any way for Hamas's release of U.S.-Israeli captive Edan Alexander, but will set up a safe corridor to facilitate the move. Israeli forces continue bombarding Gaza, killing at least 17 people at a school-turned-shelter as the total blockade of the strip enters its 71st day. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 52,862 Palestinians and wounded 119,400 according to Gaza's health ministry. The Kurdistan Workers' Party (PKK) has announced its plans to disband and disarm, potentially bringing decades of conflict with Turkey to an end. The move was reported by the Firat news agency, a media outlet close to the armed group, part of a new peace initiative with Ankara designed to end 4 decades of violence. The announcement follows a call in February by jailed leader Abdullah Öcalan for the PKK to lay down its arms. A statement by Öcalan outlining his perspectives and proposals was read during the Congress. Back to national news. The 5th convocation of University of Chittagong is going to be held on 14th of May. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus will be awarded an honorary D.Litt degree by the university at the ceremony. He is being awarded this degree in recognition of his outstanding contribution to poverty alleviation and peace building worldwide. Professor Yunus will deliver a speech as the convocation speaker. University Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yahya Akhtar gave this information at a press conference at the Chattogram Press Club in the afternoon. He said that special preparations are underway at the university for the convocation. 23,000 graduates of the university along with high-level government officials will be present at this convocation. In addition, members of the Advisory Council of the interim government and prominent figures will be present at the ceremony. He said the estimated budget for the fifth convocation is about 1 crore taka. Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Professor Dr. Muhammad Shamimuddin Khan, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration Professor Dr. Muhammad Kamaluddin, Controller of Examination Professor Dr. Enatullah Patwari, Member of Publication Committee of the Convocation Ceremony, Associate Professor Muhammad Shah Alam and other concerned persons were present on the occasion. A 4-day special service program has started in Chattogram from today on the occasion of the 52nd founding anniversary of the Comptroller and Auditor General CAG Office of Bangladesh. At the inaugural ceremony, Divisional Controller of Accounts S.M. Munzur Ahmed said, the special service programs include live verification of pensioners, informing about the live verification app, and informing about one-stop service, help desk, call center, and website. Providing advice on family pension progressing, providing advice on availability and steps to be taken in the process of processing restored pension, providing advice in light of the latest rules and regulations on disabled children and their availability and steps to be taken, providing advice on pension EFT, providing opportunities for correction and change of various information of pensioners and all online services. In addition, services and advice will be provided on opening GPF accounts, nominee entry, nominee change, and service and advice on receiving GPF advances from government employees, final payment, online TA and DA bill submission, and salary and allowance submission.